requirement for fuel efficiency or range extension for the vehicles. Now more and more automotive companies are moving from steel and iron components to aluminum or light metals. High pressure die casting is the most reliable casting process to produce components. The high pressure die casting process is a very rapid, fast process which happens within a minute, and it can produce one component every minute. And the actual process of pouring the metal and making the casting happens within few seconds of that cycle.
Being able to distribute the temperature sensors along a wide range or a longer distance over the length of the die surface would allow us to capture the changes in temperature and time at different locations. And that will be very, very useful and important to be able to calculate the heat flux or the heat transfer rate at different thicknesses and determine the cooling rate at different locations along the die. And I think the fiber optic sensing technology would allow us to do that. The next step after you acquire the data at a very high rate, if it is reliable enough, maybe having some kind of online control or feedback control. Now, the main challenge here is that the time frame you're working with is just few seconds. To be able to take the data, have a software or an algorithm that analyze the data and then make a decision about maybe if there is any changes that need to be done, and the changes to be done, and then acquire the data afterwards. That's a challenge, but that would be, I think, the next step after the confirmation that the technology is reliable, the acquisition is fast enough, the communication of the data is safe and reliable. Then maybe the next step is to look into that online control of the process.